I'm at my mom's house. This is actually the room I grew up in. Well, the second half of my childhood was spent here. It was not yellow, nor did it look anything like this. But this is my room. It was my brother's room. And then when he went to college, I got it. And I painted it blue. But this is my childhood room that my mom turned into a guest room like a week after I moved out. It's very rude. But yes, young Timido grew up here in this very room. Beth wanted me to take you guys places, so here I'm at my mom's house. I just noticed in here right behind me is I just saw this. I made this in ceramics class. I guess it was in high school, maybe. It could have been my. Yeah, I think this was like. Judging by the way I signed the bottom, I think it may have been 9th or 10th grade or something. Isn't that lovely? It was like a pencil holder. And it's sort of I would say, a yellow ochre color, although I think it kind of comes off looking more brown. And it's got little speckles on it. And I guess I did some little groovy patterns going on there. Some two kinds of. Yeah, so very strange little thing that my mother still had that I didn't know. I might have to steal it from her. I guess it was one night. I remember it was a Sunday night, and it was about 7 o'clock maybe. It was the winter because the Cowboys had played, and I think they won that day. And I came up after the game. And I was doing some drawing or something. They're playing with the slot machine in there. It's very loud. So I'm up here drawing, and I hear this loud whoosh sound for just a second, and then it was gone. And I turned back and was continuing doing what I was doing. And then some short time after that, the doorbell rang. It was somebody who was driving by, stopped and said, your house is on fire. We were unaware that the house was indeed on fire. Turns out it was more of all the soot and everything that had built up in the fireplace. And like I said, it was winter and we had a fire. And I guess the insides of the chimney caught fire from all the buildup. And I think that big whoosh sound that I heard was just it kind of catching and then burning up, and so flames were shooting out of the chimney. And my dad stupidly went up on the roof with a hose trying to keep it from becoming a real issue. And I remember yelling at him how stupid I thought that was, because if something were to happen, he was up on the roof and it would have been horrible. Yes, my brother was down holding the ladder. My dad's up on the roof trying to, get the hose. The fire department shows up. They come out and they say, well, it looked like what had happened was that all the soot in the fireplace had built up over time, and then at some point it just burst into flames. He goes, and then the fireman says, well, the upside is that the fire pretty much burned off all the soot in there, so your fire it's all clean in there now, in the chimney. Although we did have a service come out and clean it really well. I remember that. But, yeah, it didn't do any damage to the house because it was strictly the chimney. But the flames billowing out of the house were probably alarming to see driving by. And then all the lights on in the house, we were obviously home. And I guess one of the reasons I remember it was a Sunday night and the game was on was one of the firemen said, yeah, it's a good thing this didn't happen an hour ago because we wouldn't have come out, just joking because the game was on. So, yeah, that was all good. That was our high adventure. With fire. Thankfully that's as high adventure as I would ever like for fire. Yeah, I guess stories are flooding back, maybe. I don't know. Bye!